Hey y'all, we back for another review on Xscape, SWV and Xscape, the queens of R&B. So let's go ahead and hop into the episode, all right? Coco and Taj ended up linking up with each other to go work out, okay? Get their workout on, right? Taj says that her relationship with Coco has been good, okay? It's in a much better place after 20 years because remember now, Coco was a lead singer at one point. And with her being the lead singer, she has a huge ego, and we also see that today, okay? Not a whole lot has changed about Miss Coco, right? She was in charge of the girls at one point. So when she wasn't with the girls and she told people not to talk to the people didn't talk to the girls or deal with the girls, okay? So that's what was going on, all right? Now the ladies did talk about the tour and how they're not interested in doing the tour if it's not going to be a co-headline involved, period, okay? And then that's the other thing too. They could also be like they want a headline as well, right? They could give pushback to Xscape and be like, y'all don't need a headline, we need to headline. But even with their success, they're not even willing to do that. They're on some, hey, we'll just co-headline this thing, right? But that's the space that they're on. They're just not willing to move forward unless it's like a co-headline, right? I just find it interesting as much as Coco getting these confessionals and she likes to throw in Xscape's face the fact that they only sold 7 million records. It's giving I'm surprised that she's not gunning for her group to have the headline spot over Xscape. If anything, they over there trying to co-headline. But I got a question, y'all, because I have been thinking about this. And I want all the music buffs to correct me in the comments because this is just me, thinking or whatever, right? So I started thinking, because this song came in my head, love will be right here. Come on, be right here. That song came to my head today. And when I was thinking about it, Coco was talking about how they sold 30 million records. And I was wondering, like, is that actual factual and that's a number that they indeed sold? Or did Chris Brown contribute to the sale of number of albums or records or whatever the case is? Because he samples their music on one of his songs. And I'm sure they got all kind of spins and purchases and whatever, right? So I don't know how that works, but I'm wondering if Chris Brown doing his thing with their music, if that could have helped in the number of sales that they got. That's just something that I had thought about earlier today because I had played the song and I was like just jamming to it. And I'm just thinking about Chris Brown in the midst of me jamming. And I said, wait a minute, wait. Okay, because then we're going, 1 and 1, and then we're going 2 carry the 1. Like, I'm a little confused. So maybe y'all can help me in the comments. Maybe those 30 million records were sold way back when. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really sample Xscape too much, but they definitely sampled the S to the W to the V. And that's where I was questioning. But let's go ahead and keep it going, all right? Let's see, Lily over there talking about Sister Hot Pussy. All right, she's and I was so confused by it, but I'm glad that she read a piece from her book to let me know that she's talking about one of the ladies in the church. Basically, one of the ladies in the church is named Sister Hot Pussy because she be over there probably getting in with the pastor, the deacons, and all of that or whatever. So she's definitely trying to continue to do her thing outside of SWV because she wants to keep that money flow going. Okay, now she also talks with the manager about the debacle, everything that went down when it came down to who's headline or co-headline or whatever the case is. And Lily is just wanting everybody to put their egos to the side. And that's the same thing that she's been saying from the very, very beginning. Now, Lily also came to the front when somebody, first of all, y'all know I already talked about Miss Kandi. We did a whole watch along with Kandi speak on it, all right? Now, Kandi has invited everybody to come on her platform. I haven't seen not a single person from the show go over to Kandi's platform, although she's invited everybody. Well, a question came up to Miss Lily over on Twitter about whether or not she'll do Kandi's speak on it, and Lily responded, that'll never happen. Why is it that deep? Why does it have to be that? Okay, we didn't like the idea that Kandi said headline. And we feel like, just co-headline out of respect for both groups and their legacy. Like, let's just co-headline. Let's not make this a big deal and let's keep it pushing, right? So what is the beef? What is the issue? All Kandi did was go, and I didn't even agree with Kandi. You know what I'm saying? All Kandi did was go break down the story, analyze it or analyze it for us, break it down to basically explain to us where she was coming from with her stuff, okay? Whether you agree, didn't disagree, I don't think she said anything that was disrespectful. She was just advocating for her group. For real, for real. So, I mean, I don't understand what the beef is. Talking about that'll never happen. It's like, girl, are you tweeting or is somebody else tweeting for you? What is really going on? Because she didn't send Akbar. If you think that she probably sent Akbar after you or something, that was not Kandi. Akbar just likes to jump like a rabbit into other people's situations. You know what I'm saying? In order to get acknowledgement, okay? Because it's the only time we talk about her is when she is some mess, okay? So that ain't got nothing to do with Kandi. That's just what Akbar chose to do, okay? So I'm confused. Somebody, that'll never happen. What? What kind of conversations y'all be having behind closed doors and off IG Live? Taj, Lily, and Kaka, okay? Because Kaka, we're going to get into you a little later when I get a chance to check out that little sit down you did over there with Mr. Carlos King. But anyway, Taj and Tamika. So they link up to discuss the set design and the attire and stuff for the show. Tamika is stepping into a lane that's typically not her lane. It's typically Kandi and her sister's lane to come up with like the set design, playlist, all of that. Like Tasha and Kandi usually were in charge of the girls. But since Tasha, they don't know whether to take or leave her, Tamika is stepping up to fill in some roles. So shout out to Tamika. And it seems like Tamika has some really great ideas. It's something she's super excited about because she's never really been in that arena. So the ladies are giving her space to do that. And I'm happy for her. Like, I'm glad she get to tap into her creative side. So do your thing, right? Let's get to the Xscape and SWV meeting because right after Taj and Tamika met up to discuss some of the things as far as the set design and everything, they all link up together to have the conversation of what things should look like. Xscape brings in their creative director, Steve, and he elaborates even more on some of the ideas that Tamika may have come up with. So the ladies are now having their meeting. Now, I will say, as Tamika is running through some of her ideas, girl, some of it is a bit much. Girl, the moment you said you wanted to bring a horse, I said, BITCH, are you out your motherfucking mind? Bring a horse on what stage? Huh? Bring a horse on what stage? What are you talking about, girl? I'm like, girl, it's giving every bit of CeeLo. CeeLo walking up in the building. And if y'all didn't see it, girl, just find it somewhere on Twitter or Instagram. And this was just over the weekend. CeeLo done got his ass on a horse. And I think it was in honor of Shawty Low and his birthday or whatever, girl. He gonna bring the damn horse into the club, walking around, just walk around the club. Everybody can't see, and that's exactly what happened. The horse couldn't see, so he threw his ass off of him. Okay, that's exactly what it was given. All right, girl, I hollered. First of all, y'all done brought this horse into this strange ass environment, and it's dark up in here. He don't know these people. He do not know these people. That's like making your child want to go somewhere when they ain't trying to go nowhere, and they trying to pull back because they don't want to go over there with you. Okay, and that's what they did, trying to get control of the horse. Brought the horse in the club, and the horse threw CeeLo ass off of him. And I said, girl, you not finna have that happen to Coco, Lily, and Taj. Girl, they gonna be barely being able to get up on the horse. And then you want the horse to like, you gonna have to scale back a bit, ma'am. Scale back, okay? But either way, Coco was just like, girl, that's cute. That's cute. I like everything that you're talking about so far, but we're going to have to put a pin in it. Because what we not finna do, we not finna sit up here and have these conversations about, oh, this is cute. Let's put this on the stage. Let's put that over there. Let's wear this. Let's wear that. Girl, we're not finna do that. We finna figure out where the hell the placement is finna go when it comes down to this headline. And so, what's tea? Let's talk. Like, what we doing, Kandi? Kandi, what's up? Kandi said... Girl, I'm with whatever my team with. Whatever the girls with, that's what I'm with. So then Tasha said, girl, we're not finna do this shit today. We're not for co-headline, girl, that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Now, although I did agree with Tasha, co-headline this thing on the hell out. However, ma'am, knock, who's there? You, with your dumb ass. Ma'am, you can't be sitting up here trying to just make a decision, executive decision, when these ladies, you're fair weather. We don't even know whether you gonna show up or whether you not. You barely want to even have any type of input any other time that we be around. And then now all of a sudden where you offer an input where it's truly not needed. Okay? Because they don't even know, you don't even know what the hell you're going to do. I ain't really thought about it too much. I ain't really this, I ain't really that. But you jumping to have a damn opinion. And I didn't like that for real, girl. I understood. I was with you on the co-headline. Like, let's not make this a big deal going back and forth. But at the same time, it's the source. It's you saying that, okay? So let's keep going. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, so Kandi doesn't really like that Tasha is speaking up for the group. And likely for the same reasons that we're all watching the show and like, girl, why are you speaking up? Why are you being in charge of the girls when you really don't even be here? Who are you to make such an executive decision, right? But here's my real problem. Although I'm me and Kandi on the same page a little bit, my issue is with the Tamikas, to be honest. Because Kandi said that she's going to go with whatever her group wants. And Kandi, knowing the majority of her group, she knew that they already wanted to be headliners. My problem is y'all never speaking up. My problem is y'all are putting Kandi in a position to be the voice for the group and speaking out on y'all behalves. And then when it's time for like the hate train to come or whatever the case is, or the pushback to come, it's always falling on Kandi, and y'all not saying anything. Now I see Tiny sitting up there looking a little scrunch face because she didn't really like the fact that Tasha spoke up either. But it's like, but you ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing either. Like, and I only noticed that because when I was doing my watch along, I paused it, right, and that's when I saw Tiny's face like, So I'm like, well, then say something. Open your mouth and say something. Say something. Girl, that made me think about Encore when they was over there singing, say something, say something. Anyway, girl, y'all know the song I'm talking about. But say something. Let people know what's really on your mind instead of waiting for Kandi to take the lead all the time. But anyway, so Tamika goes on. She gives this presentation. She's telling everybody the ideas and what she thinks, what she likes, what's going to be the best for the group, whatever, or for all of the ladies. Tasha over there looking unimpressed like a motherfucker, not moved or anything. She was getting bothered though, for real, for real. And she's bothered because she's the person that's used to doing all of this. Whereas Tamika's used to being in her shadow. Hello, wind beneath my wings, okay? Must have been cold there in your shadow to never have sunlight on your face is what it was giving, okay? So she says Tamika has never done any of this. And I'm like, and just because she's never done it before doesn't mean that she can't? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like, okay? Then Tasha alleges that her sister was hardly in the studio. So she barely did any of this, and she was barely in the studio. Like, Tasha, you are annoying. You're annoying, man. You're annoying. A girl, just say, well, good for her. I'm glad that she's starting to step out. As I step out into my other space, they'll need somebody else to handle that for them anyway. Like, why not just say that? And then you try to throw shots, talk about the sister wasn't in the studio. Well, let me tell you this. Sister definitely on that stage, though. And sister is singing them parts. And sister is confirming for me that they really don't need you. Okay? They really don't. That's what it's giving. Would like to have you, but don't need you. Okay? Come on. Khadijah don't need you. But anywho, let's keep going. So then she says she wants to I don't even know what I wrote. Oh, okay. She mentioned something that like, what else you want to take from it? You already took the sisterhood. Like, you can have that. I mean, you already took the sisterhood or whatever. And it's like, Tasha, girl, you just, girl. Ooh, you kind of get on my nerves. But anyway, Coco, Tasha, and Kandi. So Tamika gave them the individuals to pretty much come together when it comes to the song list of the order of events, right? So they come together to work on the song list. And Tasha comes in there all bubbly, like everything's good. She's all happy and stuff. But when it's time to get to work, she really doesn't give them anything. She barely contributes. Then when she was asked what song would she like to start with, she says she doesn't know because she hasn't really thought about it. I don't know because I ain't really think about it that much. Why you ain't think about it? Because I got a lot going on. And you don't think everybody else got stuff going on and they still there showing up? Girl, just annoying as fuck. It's giving whack. It's giving lame. Like, it's giving tired. For real, for real. I just feel like, Tasha, just let these people know that you're working on your album. You probably gonna skate out on the plug and you gonna go focus on you. I don't understand how hard that is for you to say. At one point, I understood it because you were like, oh, well, I'm gonna kind of keep this close to the vest because I just feel like when I share things with people, it never comes into fruition. Well, girl, it's coming into fruition. It's here now. They already gave you the deal, whatever the damn case is. Go ahead and let these ladies know what's up. You really just don't want to let them know nothing. And it's killing me softly because I feel like you do think that you'll do better without them, but at the same time, still needing and using them for leverage to help the career that you got on the side. The same way y'all was gonna try to do it in the beginning. No, ma'am. Let's keep going. So Taj meets up with Tamika at the Tabernacle. I believe that's what it's called. I've been there before. It looks like a church on the outside and stuff. Go inside. It's completely different. Steve shows up to give them some of the set expectations and stuff. And that's when we learned that some of the things that they want may cost well over $200,000. And I still think that they can make those things work, okay? Now, Kandi links up with Don Juan about Tasha and that stank ass attitude. She tells him about the new album or the new project that Tasha got going on, the new gospel one. And she says that she feels like Tasha pretty much trying to lead them in the dust or something like that. Kandi feels that they are trying to use, or at least Tasha and her man are trying to use Xscape as a highlight and a segue into her solo project or whatever. That's why she's not fully admitting that she's done, right, with Xscape. And at this point, Kandi is, I'm over it. Like, that's how she is. And I'm in that same place with Kandi, girl. I'm over it, all right? So Taj and Coco head to Pressed over there to Rashida's store trying to find some type of clothes or whatever. But really the whole gag was for Taj to be able to have the sit down conversation with Coco's son and try to convince him to stay in dentistry school and to not, do away with it, but sit it on the counter for if ever he wants to go back and get into it. My thing was this. One, I don't think it was ever not on the counter. I think he always knows, like, that is his fallback plan. Y'all keep talking about a fallback plan. That is his fallback plan. If he doesn't do well in music, he'll go back in school and likely go into dentistry. Like, that's the fallback plan. He don't have to fully have the degree then to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the college is the fallback plan. And then go to dentistry school and then da. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't no age limit on college. So what is I'm confused. But anywho, I also feel like, Coco, you bringing other people into the conversation, in my personal opinion, to apply pressure to this boy to sway his opinion. And I truly feel like you're only going to drive him further and further away from it because he's still feeling like he's not being heard when it comes to that. And I understand your reasoning for it because it is a tough industry and stuff, but when people trying to chase their dreams, a lot of people ain't trying to hit it. Okay, they just got to learn and see for themselves just how hard it is. So, ease back, girl. Okay, ease back. Anywho, we learn about Taj having to take a job at a coffee shop, making like $9 an hour. That's because Coco left the group and left the other ladies high and dry. And based on that experience, she thinks that he should have something to fall back on. We already talked about that, okay? Let's get to Xscape. Xscape is having rehearsal. Minus Tasha and Tasha, she decided not to show up. They was waiting around to see if she was coming. She wasn't coming, okay? Tasha at the house about to sign her one-sheet gospel contract. That's what Tasha's at. So she's super happy about that. She's all giddy and stuff. She says that she's glad that she could sing with a purpose because she was never able to do that before. So you singing with Xscape, was it with a purpose? Girl, I can't. Tasha says the ladies have come against her, come against her man and her mama. Bitch, I cannot. I just can't. And I'm over here like, well, how did they come against your mama? How did they do that? And then now you got this mistress coming against your man. So then now what do you have to say about that? Then you had this same man come again. And first of all, he threw Tiny under the bus. And I feel like Tiny didn't even really say nothing about him. But you got your man coming after your sister talking about he done sent some things to you. Sent some things to him, some whatever explicit photos to him. Then turned around and said Todd was doing whatever he was with another person, a trans or whatever. And then turned around and trying to say something about Tiny and whatever her legal situation is. So I'm just like, girl, listen, Tasha won't be back in my group. I'm just gonna go and tell y'all right now. She just won't come. It's not that you ain't coming back because you don't want to. You're not coming back because we won't have you. Okay. Anywho, so what else was said? Then she says she's running to the solo project. So she was like, if they ask me who I'm running to, I'm running to my solo project. And I was like, girl, you could keep running towards that project, okay? Because you won't be running towards Xscape. keep running towards that project because you won't be over here thinking you finna divvy back and not no time soon, you not. So go focus on that solo project. Hopefully it excels you, but don't think you finna dip back over here. Think you finna sit up here and treat us any kind of way. Okay, girl, like we in the talking phase. No, ma'am. So back to Xscape. The ladies learned that Tasha is not coming. And I'm sitting over here like, are y'all really surprised? I understand Kandi being upset and stressed and this and that. And it's like, Kandi, she do this shit all the time. Like, why are you even surprised? Maybe it was for the cameras, but it's like, she do it all the time. Like, this is who she is, all right? So Tasha wants to just come to the show because she's not showing up for rehearsal. Kandi's like, I'm sick of this shit. If we got to take the time out of our day and be here and work hard and make changes and do this and that, it's unfair to us, which is true. That she gets to only show up to the show because she don't want to be around, and she only gets to show up to the show and also be able to receive, monetary gain off of that. Like, that's not fair when we the ones really putting in the hard work or whatever on the other side. So Kandi's like, I don't like how she be having us sitting up here looking like dun 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 duns. Like, girl, I holler when she said dun 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 duns. She was like, we need to stop letting her tell us what the direction is. We need to let her know what the standards and the rules are going to be when it comes to this group. Like, we need to get it together. So then here go Tiny. Tiny says, so what you want to do? What you want to do then, Kandi? Kandi, tell me, what you want to do? What you want to do now? What you want to do in this moment? And I'm like, girl, Kandi needs to say, I want y'all hosts to speak up. That's what she should have said. What you want me to do in this moment? It should have been to speak the hell up. Because see, once again, even if you are frustrated, Tiny, you're not expressing your frustration. If anything, you're asking Kandi what hers is. And then you're still looking to Kandi for guidance. Like, so what do you want to do? How do you want to handle this situation? Right? So, girl, that's a problem. Okay? I don't like that. Tamika, you ain't saying nothing either. The same way y'all sat up there and let Tasha say co-headline and knowing y'all wanted to headline. And then once again, it's looking like Kandi is the bad person because she's speaking up for the people that ain't got no damn voice. Girl, I can't. And Tamika don't like that because Tamika already, I'm sorry, not Tamika, but Tasha. Tasha already think that she the damn voice of the group. So when Kandi speak up for the other voiceless members of the group, then she's always met with resistance like she's the problem. Y'all need to speak up. Okay? So she can hear what the hell really going on. Like, I feel like that's not fair to Kandi at all. So those are my thoughts about it. I think that was pretty much everything that went on. Kandi doesn't feel like Tasha should be able to perform at the upcoming show. At least that's what it appears like. Because she didn't show up to rehearsal. And I don't see anything, being wrong with that, girl. Like, girl, it got to be an overall team effort. Don't be trying to put us down and pick us up whenever you want to. You have us fucked up, okay? But that's all I got, honey. Y'all go ahead. Leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Let me know how y'all felt about the episode and all of that. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.